We moved into this neighborhood in Surfside in 1995. There was only two shuls. There was Lubavitch Shul and then there was a Rebbetzin Shul. We thought that the neighborhood could use a nice young Israel. We rented the hotel. Bernie Lax then got hold of Rabbi Casper, who had a flower store on Harding Avenue. Rabbi Casper and him went, they got furniture, they got the Torah, they got everything set up. We had our first minyan and we had about 20 people at the minyan. During the second Shabbos, all of a sudden when we were reading the Torah, we see flashes of light. The city of Surfside under Mayor Novak wanted to prove that we were having services in Surfside. So we got an order from Surfside to please vacate the premises because you can't pray in a commercial area. Sephardic under Irwin Shea had the same problem with the city of Surfside. They hired a lawyer, so we went to the lawyer and he took our case in conjunction with the Sephardim, and we were able to continue operating. We weren't able to publicize that we had a minyan. That was part of the agreement. The lady in the Coronado Hotel, we first moved in, the rent was about $1,000. After 5 months, she wanted $3,000. Then she wanted about $5,000. The shul on top of the Amtrust building. I met Mayor Novak at the pool. Why are you so against us having a synagogue in Surfside? You have one synagogue, the Lubavitch synagogue. You have another synagogue, the Rebbetzin synagogue. Why all the synagogues in Surfside? I spoke to the lawyer who had our case. He asked the mother of Mayor Novak, why was she against us having a synagogue in another synagogue in Surfside? We have enough of those guys with the black hats and the black coats walking around. We lost the first case in the courts. We had to vacate. We got an appeal, and then we got a constitutional lawyer, thanks to Max Deckelbaum. The Attorney General was a person called Ashcroft. He was very church-oriented. He sent a letter to the judge, the appeals judge, that you better let these guys pray, and we won. We finally won. The three tribe presidents was Alan Schloss, David Kwiat, and myself. My main function was to take care of the kiddushes.
In the Coronado, we had a kitchen, but it wasn't quite a working kitchen. So Rabbi Casper, of course, would go ahead and okay all of the food things that we used. And he also liked to do dairy kiddushes on occasion. But Leo and I belonged to BJ's and we belonged to Costco, and we would go between pillar and post trying to get products that were, of course, kosher. And they wanted to sponsor the kiddushes. So we would have some funding. We never really charged an awful lot. Try to fundraise through the kiddushes because it's one of the functions of the kiddush is to help raise funds for the shul.
I would pick up the extra food on Sunday morning, right, and I would put it in the car and I would go to the yeshiva on Miami Gardens Drive and give it to the yeshiva. So I used to go in the morning and Friday morning and make the chont, which I taught and come home. An hour after Havdalah, we had to clean up from the Shalshar. Some of the people, we were also able to go to the Sussman's Hotel and they gave us some extra food. When we get a new face walking into that door, I really think we should have a couple of people who would be willing to greet them.
All I like very much is the classes that we have, certainly with Dr. Abramson, but I would have loved to have gone to the breakfast with Erica Brown. But all of these things I think are very, very enriching for our community because it attracts people.
We did the kiddushes for the first 5 years.
We did not have it catered.
We have Jewish people who come to synagogue in this area as long as possible.
This particular neighborhood is really having a renaissance with a lot of young religious people. When the kids come, hey, the parents, if they're not here already, are going to follow. 18 years is a good long time. I mean, look what we've done so far. I want to go give kavod for the Sussmans, because they were always very helpful with us. Alan Schloss also was very helpful in many respects when it came to what we were doing.